Okay, hey everybody, we're gonna kill some Reavers. Let's see what we can do with these guys. There's a couple out there. As a Christmas, I had actually finished building the shells, but as a Christmas gift to myself, I put assault cannons and armor on these two guys. Everything else is already done. So we are going to, actually, we're going to put a crew on this guy. Let's see, nope. Wait, I think that's the best I got. So we're going to put a crew on him. Because we're going to try to hit 2 Reavers, and then I actually want to burn a crew on these guys too. This one. Alright, so that's on there 50 minutes. That's on there 40 minutes. And then, actually, why not? Let's just, there's a ballistic one too. Or I got rid of it. Yep, why don't we just do that one too? Okay. All around, we're getting tons of points. I'm collecting for the MCX more than anything else, so. Let's see, where was this thing at? Nope. Find relay. Okay, there we go. Here. As long as Crazy Cotton doesn't kill them all. So we're going to come down here. Let's just do a relay move here. And while that's doing that, let's just throw a little bookmark. Now that one's hard to find. So I picked up some points already. And what I really need is the road crew that doubles reputation points, and put that on the DNX, because the DNX is the last ship that goes in there. Started refitting some Barracudas. Trying to pick up some combat speed. That'll be interesting. That's really about all that's going on, really. So I started the missile cruiser. So that's fun. And let's see what we're doing here. Locator, open water. Wake up! There we are. Okay, we're the first one to go in. Everybody else will show up eventually. He was already there because I've been scrolling around looking for these guys. So what we want here is basically you want to attract them. Then you want to get the heck out of the way. The mortars is on the Hurricane. Not that it's really going to do much against a Reaver for how fast they go. But these actually do really good on these fast ships. The engine disruptor really helps a lot. Okay, then what we do is roll down here. Now, here's my problem. 2 of my ships have siege cannons and 2 of them don't. So the ones with siege cannons actually go the same speed as the Hurricane. So I got 2 ships that are a little slower than everybody else. So every once in a while, you gotta let them catch up. Okay. So what we kind of do is we kind of roll down here. I'm trying to stay away from this guy. I'm not going to fight him with these ships. But what I do want to be seen. Then we kind of come back down. This guy will be the most direct at us, so I do want to kind of target him. Get him whenever we can. I want those other 2 ships to catch up, and then we need to kind of barrel out. Don't really want stuff to get too close. And then that should be okay. And then we'll get this last guy off. Then what we do, so we're going to come up here, we're going to take out these guys. I'm going to let these other two catch up for a second. Alright. And when they get about here, I need to take this guy, the one, it's the reason I do it is the faster one. And I'm going to pull him out because I need to trigger these guys to actually come out. There we are. And then, wow, that thing came way over, huh? Basically, at this point, you just run away because they're all behind you right now. The siege cannon really does not do much on the Reavers because the Reavers separate. All I'm really doing with the siege cannon is like picking off the little guy and, you know, not really worried about him too much. So this works out pretty well. It's almost just staying right on that edge border. So now I just need to, I'm waiting for the timeout here, and then we're going to send subs in. See, he's not going to be able to catch up with me at all. So this will work out fine. And the retreat will pop up, and then we'll head on in with subs. So that defense on this one doesn't really help much. There was one, I actually dismissed one because I was trying to get a better thingy. Where are my ships at? The heck were you? Shoot. Well, that's, hold on a second. Y'all just come down here so you're not getting shot at. You kind of have to keep these guys engaged. Where are you at? There you are, okay. You kind of have to keep these guys engaged because they're kind of dumb. They will reset on you. The first one I did, I took my strike cruiser in there. Strike cruiser? Yeah, strike cruiser's in there. And then I sent them home, do a little quick repair because if all you do is kill the first wave and you retreat, it was actually almost instant repair. Okay, now 21 seconds. So let's go back in here. And, oh, here's a clock. Let's wait for about 10 seconds. So when it gets to 10 seconds, we'll pop out. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll take this guy and send him in. So this is base Spectres. So they're siege torpedoes. I have this for the battery. And this mothership can see this guy already. He'll still be shooting at these things, even when they're underwater. See? But that doesn't hit them underwater. And the only stuff that hits you underwater, the mortars will hit you underwater. And the fire mortars will hit you underwater. And the fire ring around fire mortars will hit you underwater. Okay? You need to know that. So you need to keep moving. Don't ever stop. Or be out of the way. Which is probably the better thing to do. So now, right now, we're actually going to wait. And I need them far enough out I can see the ring. Okay, there we are. That's fine. We're going to start sending them in a bit early before they resubmerge, because I actually want to kill that medium ship and then get out of the way before they resurface. And that will work out pretty well. So we'll be resurfacing in a second, then we can get these guys we're going to get them just to pivot. Which we can do that now. I really need to research the Spectre thing. Okay, let's do that. They will get shot at probably once from that thing, which is, I think that's an okay price to pay. That's probably a 25 minute hit right there, which sounds crazy. That's a 25-minute hit. Okay, then you want to kind of pull them down. You want this ship to follow you because I want to keep moving. I don't want to get popped by mortars. And I'm one more volley and I'll be okay. There we are. Okay. Come on. And then you need to just run for the hills. So I pretty much only took that one damage. Let's cycle through. Yeah, you can see just a hair of red. So they got just a hair of fire somewhere, but pretty much was safe. And then because we went in early, I think our retreat will pop up even before we surface. Okay, so we're going to do that. So that fleet was useful. Make that go away. And, nope. Yes, take you guy. You in there. This is the one that takes the real damage. Now, the nice thing is this is my old DNX fleet that I was thinking of refitting, but I never got around to it. And, so it's nice because it has a crap ton of hail on it. The fire mortar, the regular mortars that are going to shoot off, will never hit this ship. The only thing that's hitting it is the ballistics and these the slowy weapon. And if I let this thing get too close, the mothership, there are some rockets on here. So what you try to do as soon as it's kind of actually in firing range, you turn your ships and make them sort of roll away for a little bit. See what you can do to minimize the rockets. That's really the only thing I'm trying to minimize. So I was checking my phone. I had a little noise on it. Okay. And there's no engines on these guys, so they're kind of slow. But the nice thing about the slowy gun is it hits them all. It'll actually keep them all in sync, because if one that's not it will move ahead and then it will get slowed down. So okay, here now we're in shooting range. We're starting to be in shooting range. There we are. And then I also want to actually just go in and turn them. Turning speed does not seem to be affected by these shooting ray thingies. And I want to try to actually balance the damage a little bit if possible. So I want to pull different ships away. And I'm saying, once I can see the number, I tell them all to stop and tell that one that's behind to go in and creep on down. Or I can do this, tell the ones I know are not quite as healthy to go in and creep on down. Now we just tell them all to just go in and go away. So we took, I don't know, a little less than a quarter of life off because they came in unhealthy from a prior hit. So that is basically a Reaver. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Did I not send those ships home? Oh no, they're all right here. Okay. So what I'm actually planning on doing is just hitting another one. And then I'll repair overnight. So we'll just give this a quick little go again, see if we can. I actually want to go up just a little bit. It doesn't take much to trigger them to come out, but if you go up too much, you're going to get mortar from this thing. I mean, if you go almost any more than what it takes to trigger these guys, the fire mortars will set off. So be careful with that. So, who had the little red rockets? What's that little ship? Okay, so we want to come down here. Come across. I have taken these against this guy one time. I lost half the fleet. Half the life on the ships. These do really good against the smaller guys. They don't do so good against the freeze ray guns guys. That has the this doesn't have a lot of explosive defense. It has a lot of ballistic defense, which is actually not that useful for the smaller ships, because the smaller ships, they only use the Reaver chain gun for ballistics. So not a whole lot in the area of ballistics. The ballistics are more for other people, stingrays and that sort of jazz, right? Okay, so send these guys back down. Make sure we get a target on him whenever he's in range. Those assault mortars might hit that back guy. Almost not. Crazy. I'm kind of in a problem here because I can't see. Okay, oh, that actually made it way worse. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Actually, just make him stop. I cannot see. I'm not in the fire, so I'm going to wait for the fire to pass. That fired too. Okay, now let's go up here. If I'm in full screen, I can zoom out, and my screen is so large that I'm larger than the maximum window for a thing like this. So it I can none of these things actually end up being in the way, and I can go all the way to the corners. But I'm recording in a window, so you don't see stuff crazy tiny. But it makes it harder for me to play that way. I mean, not crazy hard, because that is how I used to play. That's how most people are playing, so I can't kind of complain too much about it, because that's probably what you're doing. They say, run, little baby, run. Run, little man, run. So we kind of tell them to come up here. I want to let them regroup a little bit. And then let's tell this guy to come on out. I want my slow guys to sort of collect up a little bit. Well, yeah, they are. And then we roll them back up here. Hope everybody had a nice Christmas. Took my son to see his grandparents. My sister and her 2 kids were there. So Zach is 6 and the other 2 kids are 5 and 4. I'm not used to quite so many young kids in one place. That was a bit much. It's good for Zach though. He had a blast. Constantly had somebody else to play with. Sometimes the 4-year-old would get on his nerves, but most of the time he was cool. Alright, so now we just need to be able to retreat and then send in the subs. Send in the subs. Submariners. I don't know a song about submarines. One thing I was doing originally, nope, timed out. I was taking the subs and going north. And I don't know what the deal is, but I seem to have a problem with I came in and took him north. I seem to run away from this guy, probably because he's already facing down. I seem to run away from this guy way before I killed him, so I had to turn around. And if you have to turn around, you're going to get popped by mortar fire. You're going to be in that fire pool, right? So I found that if I go south, he's faster because I guess he's already facing this way. So I don't have as much of a problem. Alright. So I'm usually trying to be about parallel, just far enough over where I can see the little circles. Okay. I don't want to be so close in that I actually start to get shot at, and I do not know the range of the purple gun yet. Something I ought to try to learn, because I'm going to have to be killing a lot of these thingies if they keep the 2500 up here. Because even before this raid, this little mini raid, right, the 2500 was already there. So, to get the MCXs, they either have to hit a crap ton of draconian bases or these, and I'm taking way less damage in these than I am in the draconian bases. Draconian bases, I'll burn 3-4 fleets, and these I'm taking between 5 and 8 hours of damage. It really just depends on kind of if everything goes right or not. So that's his little disruptor cannon. It's got some hail on there. Alright, let's make sure this guy knows he needs to be coming south. There we go, that should be about enough. One more volley and I think we'll get him. And then we just need to hightail it out. Yep, there we go. And then we just need to hightail it out. Ooh, that was a little close. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got out of the way. The Spectres could use just a hair more speed and be nice, but it would also outrun that big ship, which we don't really want that either. And let's see, we're going to get this retreat before it surfaces, so even though it's being shot at, it doesn't really matter. We'll take these guys, roll in here. This is right now your really limiting factor. These ships will eventually die. Maybe I could do like 4 of these guys. The problem being he has hails, and if I come in with anything less of guns than I have now, they might not land. Because he is shooting down some of what I'm shooting up. I do want that last ship to catch up. They're slow as dirt, but they're much more effective all together. Because I need the hail. And these aren't Tritons, so the hail's not crazy ranged out. And now the slowy starts. And this thing's not going to miss him, because I guess he actually did miss one. There we go. Alright, we want the motor to start. So what this thing is doing, this rope, it's only protecting another 10%, which is not a lot, but hey, you know, we'll take what we can get sometimes, you know what I mean? Let's get these guys to turn. And once they turn, we'll tell them to stop 3 down. Tell 3 to keep coming. Come on, 3, you can do it. Come on, 3. Come on further. So you select them all, tell them all to come down, and then tell them to stop. Say 2, 3. You know, keep coming. Actually, we're kind of in that. This thing does not continually move. It will eventually stop, which is good. Because that means you can outrun its rockets. So that, my friends, is how I'm doing these Reavers. So I'll stop the recording and talk to y'all later.